Okay.
The bedroom is the window to the sea.
As we begin to walk. Also, I'm realizing we haven't actually filled y'all in on everything that we learned at the seminary.
I definitely want to hear about this. I feel like we're all overdue for a chat.
Yes.
We already know from metagaming.
What's that?
Nana's third face.
Why don't you give us the tour, and then we'll say our goodnights to Nana, and then we can sort of gather around and make some decisions.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come up
Starting route to Phoenix.
this.
Proceed to North Bishop Avenue, then take the first left.
Spiraling central two winding pillars of the split tree. There are a number of branches that you see kind of heading off in certain directions. One looks like it leads, the direction where you saw Nana.
Turn right onto North Bishop Avenue.
It leads to this one branch that almost looks like it's an arm holding a large, like 3-story cylindrical hut almost. That itself has, it looks almost like a giant iron cage made of wood. I say iron cage because it has like reinforced bars like you see on the outside of a, what do you call it? The medieval cages where they put people close to the snake. Something like that. It looks kind of like that.
At the light, use the right lane to merge onto I-44 West towards Springfield.
And you know this would be her collection. This is where she keeps her trophies. So we put that out, but a little ways up, a little further up the tree, there is a cute little like cubby hole door, and you can show them what they see as you lead them into your room.
Oh boy. Okay, so when we walk in, I know I gotta make sure I don't forget anything. Front looks like swaths of beautiful fabric. It's like a Marie Antoinette bed, and there's feathers everywhere. And if you look closely, the curtains are skin. So for creatures, but I painted.
For about 274 miles, continue straight.
And there's more creatures in the ceiling. And when I'm sad, Nana can make them perform. And they sing songs. Wow! Yeah. And there's a big round window where Fern can look out onto the fields. But it's also, there's a cage of Sub-Zero outside of the window. A meshy situation.
Like a divine.
It's just a safety situation. Is that just keep you in or keep things out? But I imagine it's just to protect.
I don't know what do we see when we got this train. What's the view?
So, when you were approaching, the majority of this is like the interior of the tree, the large canopy of twisted vines that tangle and kind of surround it like a domed blanket of green and dark brown. When you look at the window, it's like the vines are thinned out. Just visually, it's kind of almost erasing some level of the tree cover visually from the window. You can see instead over the kind of constantly swirling and tangling and shifting tops of the surrounding swamp and forest. It's like just a beautiful aerial view of the wild expanse of the Harrow fens that surround you. You can see like the cloudy elements of the sky and the bright pink, there's almost an orange hue of places, almost a perpetual sunset light that pushes through see where it grows shaded on the right-hand side, it gets darker and darker in that distance. From this height, you can actually see like a heavy peak of these like, tall, thin, almost needle-thin teeth-type mountains that kind of rise up on the horizon, and a little glowing red orb that drifts at about the same height as the peaks of those mountains, but in front of them. Yeah.
Weird. That is weird. Yeah. I'm just not covered in front of you.
Slow to on the horizon.
I can see that.
Okay. Someone set the background props in the theater wrong.
If we had to guess 10 miles, 30 miles, 300 miles?
Make a survival or perception check for a try.
Can I check as well?
Good luck.
That's an natural.
16.
16.
On the edge of the airport.
I mean, it looks like it's maybe 15, 20 miles off.
Looks could be technically.
You do recall Lori in her earlier notes as you were conversing that she had distances around it. Yeah. Depending on the path you take.
Well, this is
Just so cute.
isn't it so cute?
I love what you've done. What kind of skin is it?
I think it was something very large. I can't remember what it was called, but I helped her skin it. And then, we just we did all the stuff where you take the skin and you make it last for a long time. And then I just started painting on it. So it's just,
Has it changed much since you left that house?
As is.
Amazing. Amazing.
Is it a soft mattress or like super firm? I know.
Super soft. It's like a cloud.
The cloud of dust that came up off it. It's also a little damp.
Damn. That's what that looks like. Oh, I got little hands.
Well, do you want, I can show you where you can stay tonight.
Yeah, is there a separate, outbuilding, or is it just all in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What was that huge, structure or ring past the map here?
That is where Nana keeps her collection.
Can we see
What
it?
kind of collections is it?
Are we allowed to?
It's just anything. We can ask her.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can ask her.
Well, you finally get to, I'm just assuming, you can probably put some of the stuff that you've been collecting, away. So you don't have to carry it.
Oh, we could keep that bust here.
That's right. Let me
We could give it to Nana.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm having it in there, but okay.
She would love it.
Oh, well, that's very fair.
Yeah, we should do that to her.
Great conversation piece right so far.
And you have to ask for permission? You don't seem to be someone that normally asks for permission to just look at things.
That's true, but I respect my elders.
Insight check.
Well, it's the her tower. It's kind of I don't know. It's her thing. But we could go in. We could try.
Ever get into trouble when you were a kid? Get into trouble? You?
Yeah, all the time.
What did Nana do?
Nothing terrible. She would just get upset and tell me, don't do that. You should have done this. But also be your own person. She's actually pretty great. I feel like all very good advice. sometimes if Tummy Nana has had some bad food, you don't want to be near her. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hard to digest bad news.
Wow.
This guy.
This week is really good.
Yeah, show us then if we can go to the collection. Maybe show us where we're going to be staying. It's all
We can knock on the door and see if she lets in.
Yeah, it's good.
Alright.
So where are you at? Yeah, there's the undermark, the collection. There's the garden. Where you want to head?
Well, let's go to the collection if everybody wants to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your tour.
Let's do it.
Okay. You head back down and find that one solitary branch where she had kind of walked her way up to. And you can, now you get closer to it, you can see there's tiny little like portholes almost that are kind of pushed through the thick kind of wicker and thatch that make up the exterior of this large cylindrical structure, with the kind of the fingers at the bottom of it that hold it from the branch kind of curling up and kind of rooting into it, holding it in place. There is the one door, it's like a half circle top to it with its own window in the front, with curtains on the inside closed, and there's like a handle to hold it open.
Glass work? Is that what
It's a structure that looks like it has like a metal cage, but it's like stretched dark wooden planks that are like holding the sides of it, and the interior of it is like solid wicker thatch, building this like almost 3-story kind of cylindrical pill-shaped structure that's just being held underneath the end of the branch upward like a lantern. You guys have to like walk up the branch to the base of where it sits.
Hey, Nana.
Like the first knock you get, the door opens, and you can see now the head's wrestled in there with like a little face mask on it. It's just kind of the materials kind of tucked in there. All the face ones pulled open with these kind of large goggles kind of set on there, almost like a work face, but the goggle lenses are this big, and there are like gloves on. It's like yes.
I just wanted to show them your collection. Please.
And then like group persuasion check.
Group persuasion. I'll show you my
Natural 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
25.
Okay. 16.
Double check.
14.
16.
16.
I rolled a 16 as well for the modifier.
16 times 4 is 64.
Yeah.
Got 18 minus 2.
Actors.
So where he kind of like pulls the thick goggles off, kind of sets them over the shoulders. Not long. It's not for lingering eyes. And on the inside, you step inside the chamber, and it's shelves. And there's rows and rows of shelves that completely line the interior of the cylinder, with a large spiral staircase that winds up. It's almost dizzying when you walk in. As you kind of look towards the peak, it almost feels like it's tilting and stretching in real time, and the vertigo begins to kick in before you have to like right yourself to look around. But there are on all these shelves hundreds of glass jars, tiny little orbs, what looks to be like wooden boxes and chests, little statuesques and figurines made from porcelain, clay. You can see what look like fleshy faces that are stretched across dried, petrified fruit. You glance up and you can see long dead and dried fairies that are like pinned to a piece of corkboard. You can see manners of eyes and dried herbs. You can see whole flayed bodies that have been tanned and colored and painted on that just kind of dangle and flap with the breeze that's let in with the door opening. You can see hanging strips of some unknown organic material, and at the end of each one you can see a single face. And as you look at the face, it kind of sits there loose and kind of smiles at you. This is a curiosities collection of nightmares, and And it is just an endless array of things that each has a story. And you're not sure you want to know any of them.
This is what that shitty museum should have been.
Where does it all come from?
Look at this stuff, isn't it? Now you know where I got it from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where does it?
Maybe someday your collection will be as vast as this.
Is there something,
God, I hope so.
is there something you're particularly proud of now?
Oh, I'm proud of quite a few things.
They all come to me.
And I like to travel too much. This is my thing. I'm at my most confident and capable right here. And individuals come to me asking for things. Favors, boons, gifts, grants. And I take my price implicitly.
Wow.
You truly see.
You know, the time thing, it's really up to you, the time thing. It's
We actually, I mean, we're not even talking about, we had a thing we were going to, a gift. I mean, we were going to give a gift, actually. We had something for you. Did you like?
The smaller sleephead, like me, goes, what have you got? And lifts up her face. Oh, you've ruined her. And kind of settles back into the torso as the other head is unconscious. Goes, I'm sorry, I heard something about it.
I kind of wanted both of them away from this, but that's okay.
I do if you like it.
I'm going to need a little bit of space to get. All right, come on. What do you think?
Did anything to it? Some skin or something? Or some anything to it?
Clearly she's got enough skin.
Because I need a tongue.
Here. I'm gonna pull out the portable hole and yeah. Why? Sorry, I know. And we're gonna bring out the statue and set it down right in front.
She kind of glances at it from behind and facing you and kind of taking your face as you set it down. You want to turn it around towards her. As you turn it from you, the face eventually kind of filters to just a neutral, smooth lack of any sort of detail. She kind of stumbles forward, her head craning down. And as her head gets close to it, you watch the terrifying, like flattened, nostril slit, sunken eye face of the upper head of Morrigan begin to form out of the statue. She kind of looks it over and looks it over. And it's almost like the magic of the statue's stream. It's trying to make the form, and then it kind of like picks up again, and then picks up again. And it's just like something about her presence that the magic's having a hard time grasping. And she, and she kind of opens the front of the dress again and begins to stand up to her fuller height. So the secondary face of the statue kind of like cracked begins to run through it, and she pulls away and goes, oh, I know this magic. It's always a pleasure to see its limits. This will be fun. I'll fix it right up. It'll be a good little addition to the entryway parlor. She grabs it and kind of puts it over to the side. Maybe the heart of the lion god. And she turns around, sets up one of the steps to an upper shelf, about 15 up.
That's just.
Oh, I don't know.
Rub it somewhere and the fish is going.
Oh, that's right. I remember auditioning for that years ago. She goes and retrieves something and pulls it off like an intricately presentation shelf up there. Comes down, and there is a beautiful metallic locked, like a jewelry box with a pointed top of it with a gemmed handle. She pulls out a jangling key ring with hundreds of keys on it, and just immediately plucks one. She knows exactly where it is, and opens the lid, and there inside there is a massive purple and black heart, like just a wet, disembodied, fleshy heart.
Oh,
It's
What
about
is
this big.
belong to?
This belonged to the central champion of the Lion God. Here in the Fey Realm, there is a long-famed, legendary group of protectors of some of the midlands between the various influences of the Fey. Yet the courts themselves leave the wildlands in between as a neutral place for meetings, competition, and all sorts of revelry and dangers. The Lion God were assigned as kind of a flown guardianship over these little islands. And the champion helped out many years ago. And to this day, he asked me to keep this as payment for the favor.
Wow, like he's still moving about.
As long as I have this,
I was
yes.
gonna say, it is still eating, which means there's probably someone still walking around. That's so cool.
Wherever he is right now, she pokes it a little bit. She goes, he just got some puts the key rings back and brings it back up to the shelf. Comes back down. I'm going to peruse my collection while we rest. I think there might be a few things that could be helpful if you're indeed planning to go delve into unseen territory for one of these keys. That's my dears.
You're so nice. Thank you.
Actually, man, if you do have a second, so I don't normally have
Speed
any
check reported
feeling.
ahead on I-44 West.
This bit is kind of not really me. It's just glass. That I got kind of a thing happen when you were poking around up there. You wouldn't happen to know why that is, or if this reminds you of anything, or this has never happened before. It wasn't bad. It was actually really interesting, but it never happened before.
And she reaches out again and kind of like takes her finger and traces it along the side again. There's another like weird blue flicker on the inside, and then there's a burst, like in a split second, just about an inch outside of Ashton's head. You see this like miniature disc of dark black and purple clouds with speckles of light. Like this tiny little galaxy just apparates just inside of his head, and then shuts. She pulls it in the back. Oh, no. I don't know what that is. I don't like it.
Did you touch that?
Did she touch the what?
I don't know. That was weird. It was like a little. I don't know.
That scared you?
Kind of what?
It's odd. You look at her and like she has this expression like a mistrust and surprise, not fear, but like she just burned herself on a stove. She's like,
Apologize. I don't know. This is its own thing. I don't know.
MCJ might have gotten burned in there as well.
I didn't think you'd be going in.
that's what she what is it? I don't want that sensation.
It is weird, and I wouldn't recommend going all. I could actually show you. Do you want to see something weird? It's maybe not do this in here. I'm going to step outside, and I'm going to rage. I'm going to just try and make a nice surge happen.
Yeah.
Pop rocks. Let's see what happens. Pop rocks. That is a. Yeah, it's the time shift. The red and blue phase just sort of pop off, and then it's like I'm trying to get one direction and the other, and it's all just kind of popping back and forth.
She kind of watches, and the other face, the center of it kind of pushes out of the dress to watch. Now both faces are kind of watching Ashton give this brief display. Really cool.
And I get hyper rage, and I'm just gonna like in one place. I'm just going to move. I'm like in like around 4 squares.
Like flash, like
160 feet in one round. Just yeah.
And you make it.
And then I'm out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just in a small 4 square, I just move 180 feet in 6 seconds.
Whoa, Ashton! What in the world?
Okay, I'm good.
How do you even do that?
I don't know.
What?
Why
Also,
are you here?
I did a little while ago. Actually, I guess we were all busy punching things, and yeah, that was the thing. I just figured out how to do a while ago.
We should go work in the kitchen more often.
Yeah, like Imogen said, they got stuck in there.
Yeah.
He got stuck in his brain. Stupid.
I love you. It recently occurred to me that I should probably ask people about this. I don't want people to get hurt in there. So it's strange. You seem smart.
it's the best I can describe. Whatever magic resides in that crystal feels very new, yet very
As a start. If you ever think of anything that appreciated you, you're the first of a collection of clever people. I'm very happy.
Oh, thanks.
okay.
Oh, wait, before we put the hole up, can I reach you there? Could you grab the,
Oh, the bloody apron.
Yeah.
Where did I put that? Oh yeah, hold on, I know where that is. I was pulling that. I may have reorganized everything. I'm sorry. It's just a mess. I throw it over the side of the
I got this is a particularly strange item.
I'm calling out.
It always believes.
She kind of cranes into it. Interesting.
Right? I feel like this is my aesthetic for the Fey realm.
That's a good look.
Yes, good.
And it's just coated in fresh blood.
I come out with a little fancy pipe and I'm gonna start letting it out. Holding up this, pulling up this end.
Please continue showing me around. I'll get back to my nap. She puts the sleeping mask back on as the other face
Speed check
emerges from
reported
beneath.
ahead on I-44
I'll
West.
keep looking for something that could be helpful. Yes.
We should probably go to bed as well.
Yes, let me take you to the Underbuck.
Is it good?
sounds comfortable.
The last part of the tour, is that where we're sleeping?
What's our sleep?
Yeah, that's the last part of the tour.
The Undermuck is technically the last part would be the garden.
The garden. We're going.
Yeah, the garden's at the top. The Undermuck's in the bottom.
That
So,
sounds
up to you.
appropriate.
Where are we sleeping?
Okay.
Sleeping would be the garden.
That would be the garden. Let's go to the garden.
All right.
So you
20 bucks. Brunch dinner.
You follow from up the spiral of the central tree, passing more and more branch extensions. The vine canopy cover begins to thin further and further the higher you get. Well over 120, 130 feet, 150 feet towards the top. Eventually you come to the apex of the last twisting branch before they splinter off into almost like a platform comprised of the heavily tangled branches. And as you step out onto it, you're above the woven network of long, thin trees that create the entirety of the fens around you. And you're now with an even better view than what you saw, kind of the illusory image from the inside of Fern's room displaying. Here, the ground around you this kind of hidden heart of the treetop, a majestic garden that is a menagerie of beautiful and alien plants and hedges and flowers that have been carefully cultivated to create a glowing display of strange, fey magic around you. There are dozens of floating arcane candles that just kind of drift through the air, bearing orange and blue flickering lights that just kind of slowly move in wave-like patterns in this like ever so faint circle around the entirety of this wide garden. You can see hundreds and hundreds of pale glowing fireflies that just kind of move and weave around the space, through the bushes, through the air. You can see arches that kind of just stand between different walkways that wind through the hedges, with these large fen flowers that kind of tangle through. Not terribly unlike the ones that I greeted you when you arrived here in the space, but these have more variety in their colors and look spotted. As you kind of watch and approach them, you watch as they follow you, and you hear they're like gasping and oohing as you you begin to walk by them to see a series of contorted topiaries that resemble warped people comprised of thorny shrubs, like they've been shaved and manipulated to look like people in mid-pain, various tortured poses.
You're really people in pain. They look in pain.
Can we get a little closer to those and just make sure they're just shrubs?
Sure. Go ahead and make a nature or investigation check your turn.
17.
17. When you look at them, and they're definitely plants.
Oh.
Definitely little plants with bushes and leaves and little berries. They're plants. They're very dense.
No semblance of...
They're very dense.
They're very dense. They're very dense plants.
They're definitely people that were turned into plants, right?
There's no like shoes at the bottom of the roots. There's fragments of clothes.
Don't
Any
see-
jewelry on the...
No jewelry, no shoes. They're extremely detailed. It's incredible that somebody could sculpt such detail out of a topiary.
Yeah,
Do they look like they're heading in like a direction, or are they all like?
No, they're all scattered to be their own beautiful, terrifying little art pieces in the middle of this garden.
What can you tell us about these?
Oh, yes.
Coming date?
This actually, hang on 1 second. I just want to make sure.
She's looking it up real quick in her mind.
You want to remember?
My palace is going to be a...
What did you? I'm sorry. What did you?
What are these dead things?
Are these really people that were turned into plants?
No, I made these.
Oh,
Yeah. These are my design.
And then
oh.
oh,
I don't even think you're proficient in nature.
Well, I'm not, but if I have some scissors,
Oh, okay.
just
You do these by hand, not by magic?
no, just snip away. You just snip it and you just make it in a beautiful pose.
did you
Inside check.
Make a persuasion or perception based on the truth of your answer.
Natural 20.
Thank you so much.
Wait, what? Insight, right? 22.
29.
Oh, you bitch!
you rolled a natural 20.
She's got a natural 19 and she's fucking awesome.
I think it's crit successes on ability checks tend to be like it's not like an automatic success, but it often gives you a little boost on it. But the difference between a 29 and a 22 is still pretty extensive. Yeah.
Gut check.
Yeah.
They're definitely strange. They definitely give you the willies. And sometimes you may hear like a little bit of a thumping noise.
Oh my god.
Thumping noise?
Where's the pumpkin?
Are we sleeping in amongst
No.
these?
Well, yes, but there's a back house. I have an amazing place
About
for you
this
guys to
time,
rest.
you begin to hear a and you see a shadow suddenly come around from one of the hedges and start rushing towards all of you before it stops.
Sweet pea?
You see a massive, rotund sun bear with a wide underbite and an actual just like really good sun bear with an underbite and this long kind of like fluffy poof of a beard at the bottom of his chin, who is just kind of holding on to one of the arches and like, I just gotta get my breath a second. All right, good. Bring it in. Oh,
Wait, what is his name?
This is Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
Yeah. This is one of my really good friends.
Hi, Sweet Pea.
Haven't had a lot of new guests around here.
You have a nice tongue.
We're getting a tour.
Fantastic.
What is this under show? I mean, I know it's a
Big old tongue.
They're
You
very
look like
they're
a big
terrifying.
tongue.
And they've got
And you walk like.
like a weird, like,
Oh, yes.
very
Nice.
yeah,
And this one is very roly-poly.
yeah.
Nice to have some new blood here in the manor. Nice to meet you. We got plenty of room in the garden for a few more topiaries.
Oh.
I knew it.
I'm kidding.
He's just joking.
I saw you looking at him from a distance up close. I figured it was kind of a joke.
We would make this together.
You're great.
What's the thumping sound we're hearing?
Oh, that's a secret.
I know.
Are you?
Yes.
Not really me.
I only have a 4th level left.
Go ahead.
So,
You only roll
4th
once.
level detect thoughts.
Okay. The surface thought you get is get back to that bull votes. They interrupted me, but don't want the flies to get to it. Those are his current surface thoughts.
Sure.
Yeah. So, the thumping is just a secret.
Oh, I keep to the garden. I don't really know. I don't really know what the thumping is. I just, when it happens, I'm supposed to water them more.
Interesting.
Is it in unison? It's one thumping sound for the entire garden area we're in, or are we hearing it out of sync in different places?
You're not really hearing it at the moment. If you get close to one of the bushes, you can kind of
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay.
Does each bush have its own thumb, I
Trying
suppose,
to
or is
use
there just one uniform?
stupid passive perception,
Which is really ridiculous.
Does it sound like it's coming right from?
It does.
From a topiary person, or just?
Yeah.
that's a person.
Sometimes with art, you shouldn't really analyze the process too much. It's just more about taking it in and just, it makes you feel something.
They're not people.
Interpretation of the message.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on Oren's shoulder, and in his head he's gonna hear, I mean, what do you think is worse, ending up as a flayed person in a collection room, or a living topiary stuck in a certain spot, wherever?
You hear it. I'm not questioning it. We got shit to do.
It's got to be rough to have raw material for it.
As this conversation's happening, since you are reading surface thoughts, you also get from Sweet Pea about the thumping sound.
I never quite really figured out why. Okay, I'm asking what thumping is too. Now I'm curious. Like,
Okay. Of an inquisitive sort.
Get the sense that Sweet Pea is just kind of happy to be here.
Correct.
Fern, you've mentioned Sweet Pea before, but did you guys grow up together? Did Sweet Pea look after you, or are you more like?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just best of friends. I mean, you're meeting all the hits,
she was real rambunctious, hard to keep up with, always running around causing trouble, and then I'd get in trouble, and then we both get in trouble. Not gonna lie, kind of miss you.
Me too.
But it's good to see you.
It's really good to see you too. Big old boy.
He hugged me. Like, oh, you hear that? So are they moving in too?
Well, just for the night. Just for a little bit. However long we're gonna be here.
Are you staying?
Yeah.